Hey everybody, what is going on? Hexlex here. Got another Alestrals pack opening video for you. Not just any pack opening though, as the team over at Alestrals was very generous as to send me yet another creator box. This time for the latest booster pack, which is going to be Divine Champions Lifestream. So I have here all laid out the contents of the box. We have one of each starter deck for Aphrodite and Artemis, as well as a booster box. We've got some blister packs as well as Shattered Stars, and one of each series of tournament packs. So we're going to be getting into opening these right away. I have not opened any live stream yet, so I'm very, very eager to get into this. And also, of course, as always, see if we get any Stellars along the way. As always, huge shout out to the Alestrals team for being so generous as to support with this. They actually just finished the biggest Kickstarter of 2025 for their game Alestrals Awaken. So always exciting things happening there. So I think I'm going to begin with the starter decks first. And then we'll go into the box, and then I'll do the quote-unquote, special packs later, the tournament and Shattered Stars and all that stuff. So let's actually start with the Aphrodite starter deck, because Aphrodite is actually one of the better decks in the current format. And from what I understand, you can have a tournament-ready Aphrodite deck with just two of the starter decks put together. So let's see, do I have anything I can... Oh, here, I have a nail. That'll work. Just use that to open plastic here. Don't want to tear the box. I've been saving all of my Alestrals boxes for the starter decks, the booster boxes, and the creator boxes, so maybe someday I'll set up like an Alestrals shelf or something. So we kind of want to be careful about removing this sticker as well. I don't want to tear the cardboard box. There we go. Because these are also reusable deck boxes as well. There we go. Okay, so yeah, you can see it's got the fold there. And of course, these starter decks also come with their own booster packs that we'll be opening as well. So there's those. This is a paper game mat / poster. And then the starter deck itself, which, as always, the starter deck can also potentially contain its own stellar in it. So, looks like there's a pull tab. Yeah, here we go. Love it when the starter deck plastic actually has a pull tab on it. Always, always very nice. Alright. So here is the cover card, Aphrodite, or sorry, that's actually Locagon, the champion of Aphrodite. There's the camera. And if we don't see a stellar, I'm probably going to gloss through the deck pretty quickly. And yeah, I think if there was a stellar, it would have been the second one underneath the cover card. But, as always, one of the stronger aspects of Alestrals are its starter decks for containing not only, competitive themes from the new set, but also they very frequently reprint some very important cards. I think Hurricane actually just got banned, but at the time of the reprint, at the time the starter deck came out, that was, a very sought-after card, a very sought-after staple card. Always nice to have more staples, restings, gorgons, shields. And the new spirits look great. Alright. So now that we've opened the deck, let's open the packs from said deck. Alright. You know what? I'm just going to throw wrappers on the ground. Alright. We've got Dense Fog, Achilles... Achilles? Yeah, Achilles is missed. Smoltuga, champion of Hephaestus, I believe. Yep. Hellmelt! I love Hellmelt. Such a good little dude. One of my favorite new Alestrals from Lifestream. Got Fawnlet, champion of Artemis. Poison Nectar. That's going to be Dionysus Chalice. Guardian of Light. Gigaflora. Magnaros, and then we have Royal Lottle. It's going to be a foil. We got our spirit as well. So I'm not going to be going through like all of the packs that slowly, but for these first ones, I wanted to at least make sure I showed them off a little bit. Alright, let's see what we got this next one here. Got Cyanectar, champion of Dionysus. Sproutier, also champion of Dionysus. We got Crackhead, champion of Poseidon, I believe. Yes, Poseidon. Abominursa, champion of Keone. Another Poison Nectar. We got Satember, champion of Dionysus. Another Gigaflora. There's a foil spirit for Owloon. Ooh, look at that. We got a serialized Stellar Barbib from the starter deck. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. Let me see if I can get the camera to show the exact number there. It is number 20 of 99 for Barbib. Wow, that's incredible. You know what? I'm actually going to cut real quick and grab a sleeve and top loader for that. Give me 1 sec. Alright, there we go. Number 20 of 99 Barbib secured in the top loader. Got that all set up now. Sorry for that cut there. I just had to make sure that we were good with that. Wow, second pack of the video. I'm like so shaken I don't even know how to open this pack now. Where's the little flap? Here we go. Jeez. Yeah, wow. I was hoping for a reverse stellar, not expecting one right off the bat, and such an adorable one as well. Alright, for this pack, we've got P-Gust, we've got Smoltuga, we've got Fungi, we've got Sundial! Always think of Sand Sally when we see the Sundials. Blizzard Whiteout. We've got PTA, Poison Tipped Arrow, but this one is Artemis's Arrow. We've got Cataract, Champion of Keone. There is a Caprigoal, that is foil. And then we've got a Solar Flare as well as the Spirit here. Yeah, I got a rare and a foil. I think that's new. I know they've restructured how packs work since I last opened them, which I think it was I did actually do here on the channel. But, so yeah, I think that was a foil and a regular rare in the same pack. I think I'm just going to separate foils for now, and then I'll do the rest of my organizing later. But definitely not bad pulls at all for starter deck packs right here. 3 foils and a reverse stellar. Maybe the other starter deck will be just as good. Let me pop open the Artemis deck here, get the plastic off, and then we'll see what we've got inside. Let me have some more comments from that. Alright. There's the plastic off. Let me get the sticker very carefully here. Let me use this tool to get it off. Like I said, I don't want to ruin my boxes because I do enjoy saving these. Alright. There's the box. There's the paper mat. There's the booster packs. And now let's pop open this here starter deck and see if maybe we can get even luckier. Of course, we got the cover card Posthumous. Fawnlets, yeah, again, I think if we had a reverse stellar within the deck itself, it would be right underneath the cover card. I've never actually pulled a reverse stellar from the deck itself, but oh, look at that Cryoblast, such a good reprint. Lunar Phase Full Moon, another excellent reprint from this deck in particular. Yeah, always love and appreciate these starter decks for how generous they are. You know, I already own, you know, a playset of everything up until Livestream. 3 play copies at least of every card, and you know, that's fine for me because I'm, you know, I've got that collection going. But I still really like that, even though, even though I have all these cards already, I'm still really glad that they're reprinting them and making them so readily available for everybody else too. Okay, so Spirit should be at the bottom. That's right, we got to do that. It's been way too long since I've opened these packs. All right, we've got P-Gust, Sparkit, Glimbat, Abominursa, Poison Nectar, Ivory, Theraheart, Satember, and Rise from the Shadows. Yet another foil. I've noticed that starter deck packs tend to be, and this of course could just be my own luck, but tend to be pretty good historically from my own pulls. Wait, is that... Did I miss a foil Satember? Oh, I did miss that Satember is a foil. I think I missed that in this other pack too, then. Oh, there's the foil Owloon that I missed. Because I pulled another one of these. I was looking at that just now and I was like, wait a second, that's not another Stellar, is it? Hang on, did I not pull another one of these? One sec. Oh wait, here, I did. But one is foil and, whoops, that's foil. One is foil and one isn't. Is that also something that can happen now? It's so hard to tell on camera. It's really hard for me. You can kind of tell if you look at September itself on camera. See how the like glare is reflecting on one but not the other. I barely even could tell in real life. Again, I'm not super familiar with how they've restructured the packs, but that's kind of cool. Excuse me, if the random cards have a chance to be foil as well. Or maybe it's a misprint, and that would also be very cool. I'm not actually too sure, but it's more likely to be the former than the latter. Alright. Let's crack open our next pack here. It's got Typhlant, we've got P-Gust, Sparkit, Sisyphus's Boulder, Poison-Tipped Arrow, Thunderstorm, Peliquaris, Gigaflora. Okay, yeah, so this one's foil too. So yeah, I think random cards just have a chance to be foil within the pack. And then our rare is Champion of Zeus. Or Lycavolt, rather, Champion of Zeus. Alright, last starter deck pack here. We've got Humbust, Fingdust, Sundial, Fawnlet, Cracking, Blizzard Whiteout, Guardian of Light, Aphrodite's, what does that say? Soulmates. That's, oh, there's two foils in here. And they're both rares, that's cool. Aphrodite's Soulmates, and then Aphros, Champion of Aphrodite. So again, we definitely love seeing a ton of foils in these packs. Alright. Like I said, a very, very good start so far. Alright, now we're going to do the booster box next. So let me get the plastic off. Okay, here we go. Box is open. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that I was careful about how I took that out. Let me do this. Set it up like a display mode. Like if it was a store. Yeah, there we go. And then we've got Locagon, Champion of Aphrodite, as our box topper. Very nice. We'll leave that in the plastic for now. Alright, let's start cracking. Yeah, so it's been a minute since I've played in an Elestrals tournament, but I've kind of been following the meta. Again, I know the Aphrodite deck is pretty good. Okay, here we have Foamy, that's Champion of Poseidon. Isn't there also a Foamy Champion of Aphrodite as well? Maybe I'm misremembering that. Flora, Dense Fog, Funglow Charge, Nectar of the Gods Dionysus, Nomodile, Gigaflora. That is going to be a Glimbat. It's an uncommon. And then we've got Dionysus as well. Foil from the pack. Alright. Starting off with a couple of foils there. Yeah, I'm going to sort all those later. Alright, let's see what else we got. I know that Frostdex, Morfrost has been doing very well. Morfrost got a new form in this pack. I think that's a foil. So if I wanted to build that deck, I would want to... Well, in order to keep up my playset, ideally... Or my playset collection, I'm going to end up getting 3 of each of these at some point. Each of these cards, that is. But let's see how good we actually do in here. Oh, that was upside down in the pack. Terra Heart. Got a Cracking there. Kione's Frostbite as well. The only thing I'm separating so far is foils. So I can kind of show all those at the end. And of course, there is always the opportunity to pull yet another Stellar. Flora, Dense Fog, Humbust, Drataya, what is that? The Thyrsus of Dionysus, Humbust, Guardian of Light, Foil Spirit, Amphostrix, and then regular Spirit. It kind of seems like there's just a foil slot in every pack. I think that might have been what they updated to. I remember seeing a video about it when the change was first announced, but that was a bit ago, so I don't remember exactly what it was. We got Dratagua, Cyanectar, Sprouter, Helmelt, Humburst, Thesis, Peloquaris. There is Dratagua. Ooh, as well as the new Morlith, Champion of Kion. I always have to check the foils when I'm not expecting it, because I'm like, oh, is that a reverse stellar? Or stellar? Stellar is the one that are serialized. Reverse stellars are the ones that aren't, if I remember right. Spirit at the bottom. Humbust, Bubballoon, Fawnlet. There's Foamy, Champion of Aphrodite. Poison Nectar, Cracking. We got Terrasail, a foil Terrasail, and then another Royal Lottle as well. I know Solar has also been doing well. I don't know if Royal Lottle is actually played in it. Not super certain. Okay, we got Cyanectar, Sprouter, Glimbat, Hellmelt, Satember, Cybergus? I don't know why I hesitate on that one. Guardian of Light. Okay, here is Poison Nectar, our foil, Like a Void, and then Spirits. Boom. Alright. Bubballoon, Sparkit, Farabib, the non-stellar version, Ursicle, Krakatagua, Corvashine, Catarant, Hellmelt, that one's foil, Capergol, and then we got a Spirit as well. Yeah, so it does seem like there's a dedicated foil slot now. Yeah, because I know they changed pack manufacturers. Glimbat, Bubballoon, Crackhead, Foamy, Krakatagua, Magnaros, we got Catarant, there's a foil Spirit. We also have a Wasp Ivy, Champion of Dionysus as well. Alright, Sparkit, Barabib, Glimbat, Abominursa, Blizzard, Satember, Cyphergus. Here is Bandaloon. And then we also have Posthumous as well. That was the cover card of the Artemis starter deck there, too. Yep. Half the reason I'm kind of hesitating on these names is because I'm actually reading them upside down because of the way the camera's situated, but it's all good. Alright. Glimbat, Findus, Dratagua, Foamy, Magnaros, Nectar of the Gods, Hopperoo! That's the first one of those. We pulled Hopperoo's a cool card. Keon's Frostbite, as well as Like a Void. It's cool that the foil slot can be a rare instead of just like... It seems like it's either a rare, a spirit, or an uncommon. I don't think I've seen a foil common yet. Bubballoon, Findust, Sparkit, Sisyphus' Boulder, Poison Nectar, Blizzard Whiteout, Terrasail. That is a Lotagon, Champion of Dionysus. And then we've got Artemis's Deadshot as well. And there's our Spirit. Okay, I think we're about halfway through the box at this point. Alright, Findust, Sparkit, Funglow, Fawnlet, Bandaloon, Corvashine, Theraheart, Chronodile. We've seen the other members of the family, and this is the new Chronodile here. And then we've also got the Rumantis, which is going to be the evolved form of Roumalou on our Spirit. Alright, cool. Got two foils there. It's nice that the box has or the packs right there have a chance for that. Alright, Findust, Dratagua, Typhlant, Ursicle, Thunderstorm, Amphup. Is that the first one of these we pulled? I feel like that is. Ivory, Sundial, but foil. And then we also got Coastalith, Champion of Aphrodite. Wait, Sundial's a common, right? Okay, so yeah, commons can be foils too. I always mix up the common and the uncommon symbol. The common symbol is a little diamond broken up. And then the uncommon is it intact but not filled in. Yeah, here's Kinleo, Foamy, Funguide, Helmelt, Krakatagua, Magneros, Terrasail, Sparkit, and then Leonite, Champion of Hestia. It's going to be our rare. Alright, Funguide. We got Dense Fog, Gigaflora, Sundial, Gnomodile, Cataract, Cyprong. We got Leica Void, which we've seen. Okay, so yeah, you can get a regular rare as a foil too. I think we've already observed that, but oh, this is a new Omni counter rune. Have I seen this one? Asteria Starfall. Nexus 1, if you do, exchange a spirit on your field with a different spirit, with a spirit of a different element from your spirit deck or underworld. That's interesting. I thought I followed spoiler season for this pack pretty well, but I don't think I've ever seen this card before. It's like an interesting kind of alternate altar of stars. In that it's a, you know, Omni counter that Nexus is. Typhlant, Cyanectar, Helmelt, Fawnlet, Bandaloon, Moss Station. Got Necklace of Aphrodite, Foil Spirit, Aphrodite's Soulmate. Probably should have separated regular rares, but I mean, I'm going to need to sort that all out anyway. Alright, how many packs do we have left in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 packs left. I'll just move the box out of the way now. Alright. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what the ratios look like for... You should be guaranteed... Well, yeah, no, I'm remembering now. You are still not only guaranteed a 4 in a box, but you have a chance at 2, whereas before you didn't, right? I might be misremembering that, but... Typhlant, Therabib, Smoltuga, Drataya, Darabog, Blizzard, Theraheart, Foil Kinleo. We got Capergold as well. And then there's also Divine Packs. We could always open a Divine Pack. I've still not yet opened one of those, so would be cool. Humbust. We got Typhlant, Barabib, Funglow, Moss Station, Ampup, Ivory, Locagon, Champion of Aphrodite, as well as Lotagon, Champion of Dionysus. I said earlier we got one of each of the starter decks. I think there's actually 4 this time around. Peegust, Humbust, Sisyphus's Boulder, Ursicle, Poison-Tipped Arrow, Thunderstorm, Hopperoo, Cyprong. That's our foil. Yeah, that's our foil. And Dionysus Madness. It's our rare. Okay, Dense Fog, Gigaflora, Peegust, Fawnlet, Bandaloon, Nectar of the Gods, Necklace of Aphrodite, Drataya, and then we got an Artemis as well. So 4 should still be in here somewhere, and maybe even a second one. Ursier, Kinleo, Foamy, Abominursa, Cracking, Gigaflora, Corvishine. We've got, what is that, Brontowisp? Yeah, that is Brontowisp for our foil. And then we got Falocane as our rare. Oops. Alright, Nemasail, Ursier, Boulder, Foamy, Humburst, Thyrsus, or whatever it's called, Guardian of Light, Corvishine. I thought that was a stellar for a second. It's going to be our foil. And then we have Nova Core. Okay, this I know is used in the new Solar deck. I remember seeing it in one of the lists I looked at. So, good to have one of those if it's a good card. 2 packs left. Penultimate pack. Still need our full art. little concerned I haven't seen it yet. Sprouter, Crackhead, Nemesail, Funglow, Poison Nectar, Satember, Peliquaris. There's another Funglow, and then we got Lunar Phase, Lunar Eclipse. Alright, is it really going to be in the last pack? our full art? Alright, here's hoping. Cyanectar, Sproutember, Crackhead, Drataya, Barabog, PTA, Theraheart, Magneros. There it is, another Locagon champion of Aphrodite. Definitely not a bad full art to get, considering one, how good the art looks. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer there. And also how good of a card it is. And it really was in the last pack. That scared me. That honestly really scared me. I was afraid for a second there that we were not going to... You know what, I'll throw that in a sleeve. It doesn't need to be on top of it. Yeah, you know what, that took too much time before. I'll do it later. It's fine. Alright, I'm going to do these blister packs next. So these are going to contain, I think, 1 pack, or no, 2 packs looks like. And then a Stellar Spirit as well. I know some people who will, like, instead of buying a box, they'll buy just a bunch of these blister packs instead. One, because then you get a ton of these really cool looking spirits. And 2, I've heard people claim that they get way better ratios out of opening just blister packs as opposed to pulling, or opening a box rather. And I would be willing to believe something like that. Alright, so there's sort of the spirits over there. And see what we got. I mean, maybe it's my imagination, but these packs feel chunkier. Foamy, Fungide, Typhlant, Drataya, Barabog, Ampup, Gigaflora, Chronodile, and then Capergull. Okay, it's Cyanectar, Urseer, Sproutember, Fawnlet, Barabog. Oops, there was another one there. Crackhead, or Crack King was in there too. Peliquaris, Foil Sundial, and then we got a Chronodile as well. Alright. Here is Barabib, Glimbat, Findust, whoops. Ursicle, Moss Station. These ones are sticking together. Cracking, Peliquaris, Necklace of Aphrodite, and then another Asteria's Starfall. Yeah, that was weird. That pack, they kind of like stuck together a little bit. Alright, last regular live stream pack, but remember that we've still got some tournament packs and Shattered Stars to open as well. They're sticking together in this one too. Barabib, Smoltuga, Dratagua, Drataya, Krakatuga, Humburst, Theraheart, another Locagon champion of Aphrodite, and then Rumantis as well. I feel like we have like every version of Locagon champion of Aphrodite now. Alright, so like I said, we still have our tournament packs as well as our Shattered Stars. Let's do the Shattered Stars first. There's 3 packs in here, yep. As well as a sticker. We all love stickers. The full art Demeter, which is on the cover of this pack here, looks fantastic. I would not be sad at all if I pulled one. There we go. So what do we have here? We've got Gigaflora, Anderson. These are all like their own alternate arts. Drataya, Cyanectar, Wasp Ivy, that looks really cool. Oh, Barabib, I love the watercolor art. Hopperoo, a foil Hopperoo, and then we got Equilynx as our full art. Oh, look at that art. Looks so good. Such a good card, too. Love to see it. Love to see it. I'm going to keep the Shattered... You know what? I'm going to keep all the Shattered Stars stuff separate, I think. Ah, the full art Echolinks looks so good. I love the full arts in this game. Alright, I think it's going to be the same commons in the same order. So we'll have a playset of this really cool looking Wasp Ivy, that's good. Hopperoo, there's Terratlus, and we got another Echolinks. Hell yeah. I think it's actually limited, but that is definitely still fine. Means I can keep one and trade one. Alright, final Shattered Stars. Alright, same commons. Yep. Okay, Hopperoo is going to be our foil, and then we got Cyprong as our full art. Hell yeah, looks very good. Still calculating these Echolinks though. Alright. It's definitely not too shabby. And finally, tournament packs. Let's go ahead and open those in order. So we'll start with Series 1, which is at the bottom here. This is where you could, like, really hit big. So, I'm quite eager to get these open. There we go. Alright, so, whoops. Knocked over some of the commons there, non-foils. Pick those up in a second. Got Rise from the Ashes, that recently got banned. Plucky. And then we got Galabi as our Stellar. Not a reverse Stellar, so it's not serialized. It's not like an out of 99, but I think the tournament packs always have a Stellar. It could still, or a reverse Stellar. It could still have a regular, like a serialized Stellar too, though. Alright, so this is Series 2, right? Yeah, Series 2. Argo, very cool art. Echolinks, also very cool art, but I do like this one a little bit more. And then we got Cryoscorch. This is, I think, the best Cryoscorch art, so that's sick. Alright, here's Series 3. Boom. Boom. Poison-tipped Arrow. That looks sick. Love that art. We got Veritagua. And then we got Cedarsaur as our Stellar. And finally, our last pack from Tournament Pack Series 4. We've got Fawnlet, we've got Thunderstorm Supercell, and then Iwooly is going to be our last foil, our last pull that we've got here. So there we have it. That's all of our pulls. We still got our starter decks and our pack pulls over here, but of course the highlight came very early on, and that was going to be the serialized reverse stellar Barabib 20 out of 99. You love to see it. Love to see such a cute little guy. But thank you again, as always, to the Alestrals team. Thank you all very much for watching. And I think that's going to go ahead and do it now. So, as always, thank you so very much. This is Hexlex. I am signing out. And also hoping that you have a there we go, fantastic day. As I knock over all my stuff at the end. Catch you later, y'all.